Alright guys, it's Anthony Punchon here from sussexweightlossblog.co.uk. I'm down here at the dance studio. We've just finished some bootcamp workouts, and one of the things I was talking to one of the new girls today was the issue of muscle soreness. Now, I'm not talking about the kind of soreness that you get when you actually work out and you start to feel lactic acid build up and you start to feel that kind of soreness as your muscles tighten. What I'm talking about is the soreness that happens after a workout. And it's understanding exactly what that means when you get that. Because there's a common myth that goes around that is if you don't hurt after a workout, you didn't work hard enough. And it's not true. And I'll explain why. Basically, at the moment, nobody knows for sure the actual mechanisms that cause a muscle soreness. We've got a few theories. What I mean by that is we do have a few theories and a few theoretical series of events that lead up to that. It's happening, chemically, biochemically, and mechanically. But at the moment, there's a few, and no one can agree on which one is actually true. So we don't have any definite, solid, concrete reason for it. For example, some people think it's a result of the micro tears that happen in the muscle when we work out, because every time we work out, we make tiny little micro tears in the muscle, absolutely microscopic tears. And that's what causes us to get stronger, and that's what causes us to create new tissue, because we repair those, and then to protect against that happening again, we go a little bit further, we overcompensate slightly by getting stronger. But then there are other people that will say, well, those micro tears are so deep in the muscle fibres that actually the nerve cells wouldn't be able to pick up any pain from it, so in theory they're not connected. Again, see, this is where it gets tricky. But what we do know is that muscle soreness, this type of muscle soreness afterwards, is caused by doing something different, not necessarily by doing something hard, okay? And as I was saying to this new girl, what I tell all new people at bootcamp is that after your first workout, it might be the first day afterwards, the next day, or it might be the one following that, so within 2 days, you're probably going to have a lot of muscle soreness. You're going to be very sore, yeah? Not to put you off, but you're going to be very sore. You're going to have trouble walking. Probably the biggest thing that I find for people is that things like sitting down, walking downstairs, all of that stuff, and we've all been there, but it happens over the course of the first week, yeah? And again, you get a lot of muscle soreness. You get probably a disproportionate amount of muscle soreness from the kind of workouts we do here, because we use a specific system which is designed to create change very, very fast. So it's designed to create a big stimulus. But over the course of the week, as I tell them, basically by the time you get, if you start on a Monday for example, by the time you get to the weekend, you'll have hardly any muscle soreness. And after your workouts, you should pretty much rarely get any muscle soreness. And the reason for that is, as I say, it's because at first, it's new, it's something you haven't done before. And that's creating that soreness in the muscles, okay? And then as you go along, throughout the week, you're not doing new stuff anymore as such, okay? Technically, it's a new-ish stimulus, but the type of workout that you do is the same. So, excuse me. So after a week or so, you will rarely feel muscle soreness after your workouts, okay? Now, there are exceptions. For example, if your workouts specifically split your body into much smaller muscle groups, and you only work those muscle groups, say, once a week. If you do that, then every week, that stimulus, as far as your body is concerned, is going to be new, okay? I wouldn't recommend working out like that, splitting your body up that much, but probably most people watching this, there are some people which it will suit their goal, but I'd wager most of the target audience here, it's not really suited for your goal. But yeah, there are exceptions, and it's for that reason. And I'll give you an example. For example, let's say you are great at squatting. Yeah, you do lots of squats, we do lots of squats at bootcamp, you do lots of squats in body pump, whatever you do. And then one day, you go out and play a game of badminton, okay? Now, you're not used to doing all of that type of lateral lunging with the racket and the twisting and so on, and you'll find, although at the time, you just got a little bit tired out, but it didn't tire your muscles out, the next day, you'll probably be limping around, yeah, like Bambi on ice when you finish that, because the stimulus, although it wasn't a big stimulus, it was a new stimulus. And that's what created the muscle soreness, okay? Little tip, It's not easy to hear, but the quickest way to get over muscle soreness is to work straight through it, which is why I tell new boot campers as well, do the Monday, Wednesday and Friday. By the time you get to Wednesday, you're probably going to be quite sore. Get up, get out of bed, come to boot camp anyway, because the quickest way to get over that is to work straight through it. Yeah? It's not easy, it's quite painful in fact, but the quickest way to get rid of that soreness out of your body is to work through it. And another tip, don't sit down for very long, move around. If you've got a lot of muscle soreness, yeah, move around, keep your limbs moving, yeah, keep all the systems moving, the blood flowing, all of that kind of stuff, and stretch out a lot where you've got it. But it will go, yeah, drink lots of water, it will go by the end of the week probably. It generally doesn't last for more than about 7 days. But yeah, bottom line, muscle soreness doesn't mean, if you don't get muscle soreness after a workout, it doesn't mean you weren't working hard enough. Okay? It just means that you've not done something that's new. Alright? I'm Anthony Puncheon for SussexWeightLossBlog.co.uk. I will catch you next time.